What's up, family? Welcome back to Truthville, USA. I am Q, and oh my goodness, I was gonna come on and talk about the debate last night, but I'm sure you guys have heard plenty of conversation about the debate. I thought that Trump did his thing. I felt like Biden did his thing. There was no surprises. I don't know why everyone is losing their minds. Biden actually did better than I thought he was going to do. I'm going to be honest with you. That shows you how little my expectation was of Joe Biden. And I honestly don't even feel like that was the best version of Donald Trump. He did great, don't get me wrong, but there was even room for improvement by Donald Trump. And I don't think that Biden could do any better than what he did last night. But that's neither here nor there. My job is to bring the stuff to you guys that nobody else is talking about. And guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about these huge victories in the Supreme Court. So Jack Smith got his butt whooped today. His case has been torpedoed by the Supreme Court. He's lost two of his indictments because the Supreme Court is saying that the application of Section 1512 C2, this application of the law that they tried to use for obstruction that they took from the whole Enron case, is not constitutional. So they shut it down. They said that was an improper application of the law. So therefore, Jack Smith loses that option. Now, that's huge, but it gets bigger. The other side of that is Jack Smith says, well, I'm gonna still find a way. Wait a minute, are you kidding me? You're telling me that you brought this case, you find out that your definition of obstruction is not really obstruction, and then you say, well, I'm gonna figure out a way anyway? How is that not prosecuting the man instead of prosecuting the crime? I thought the job was to take the crime and prosecute someone for a crime. There is no crime, according to the Supreme Court. But in addition to that, this Section 1512 C2, this thing was used to jail hundreds of J6 prisoners. They were not prosecuted for insurrection. They were prosecuted for obstruction. And this right here frees them. They were improperly prosecuted, and I cannot wait for this to hit the fan, because there are people who died in jail because of the improper application of this law, and there's going to be hell to pay for it. But then in addition to that, the other big one, which I think is the largest, is the doing away of Chevron, which means that the Supreme Court has now said that it is unconstitutional for unelected bureaucrats and bureaucracies to make law. You hear that, the ATF? You hear that, EPA? Those are some of the worst offenders. And now, I have been saying this was the biggest issue. The biggest issue in our country has not been the elected officials. The biggest issue in our country has been the shadow government. The biggest issue in our country has been unelected bureaucrats that have been placed in office by career politicians, many times Democrats, that go and follow through and push liberal agendas. And it's allowed to go through because, well, it allows the Democrats, and it allows the liberals and well, I guess at this point it's unfair to say Democrats, the uniparty, to continue on in power regardless of who the president is and regardless of who holds the power in the Congress. So guys, this is huge. Three huge victories in the Supreme Court. Let me know what you guys think about this. Be blessed. Comment below. I'll see you next time.